I actually thought we were in, this is pretty funny now, but I actually thought we were in an okay position because I went in there with a few $1,000s in the bank, and then it was highlighted to us. But yeah, you've got this credit card debt sitting over here, so actually you're not really in a good place. Paraphrasing a bit, but so and Money Smarts came up. So that was kind of the trigger to start organising our money a little bit better. We got the daily float happening, and so I sort of, I think I use the word loosely, started with Money Smarts, but my priority was to pay off the credit card. We had 2 credit card debts.
What sort of number are we talking? How much?
I think at that point it might have been just under 20 grand.
Yep.
So I was pretty hell bent on paying that off as quickly as we could because I saw that there was a lot of wasted money there. So I transferred part of it onto an interest-free credit card and paid that off as quickly as we could. And at the same time, we introduced the 7-day float. So we gave ourselves a small amount as possible as we could to live on, and just pumped as much money as we could into paying off a credit card. And I can't remember what time frame that was, but we got one paid off. And I remember the feeling of, oh, wow, isn't that, I just felt a little bit lighter. Isn't that a load off? And then let's do the next one. So we paid down that credit card debt over whatever time frame it was. And then, yeah, just worked on, okay, let's build up a little bit of equity here, a little bit of savings, and get ourselves in a position where we can buy another investment property, which is where we ended up.
Jason, can I double click before we talk about the final investment property? Because that's also a great story. There's a good outcome there. This habits and behaviours that you're talking about in terms of Money Smarts, and it obviously requires, it's a rules-based money management system that is about setting a 12-month surplus target. And in your case, that surplus was going to retire the credit card debt. But it was also about, the 7-day float and stopping, all of that discretionary spending, all of that sort of spending that we talk about. As you started setting it up and you were using the More platform to do that, and I've been fortunate enough to have a look at your story behind the scenes, I can see it's quite disciplined. So I've got several questions in this area, but with having that 7-day float and then trying to stick to that budget for regular spending, remember, that's what this is all about. That's the regular spending, and making sure that there's no spending that you do, irregular spending or out of cycle spending that you're doing. How did just that 7-day float change the way you looked at money?
Yeah, I think the discipline's the big part because, again, going back to, I think I said before, if we had it, we'd spend it. And so it was visible there, there's whatever amount, great, there's something I want to buy, go and buy it. Whereas our 7-day float is in a separate, as it should be, but in a separate bank, account. It's the rest of it's out of sight, out of mind. That's what we've got to spend, and we'll say it to the kids because can we have takeaway or can we have something this or whatever night it is, and so maybe tomorrow night, but not tonight.
No, there's perfectly good food at home. Take us to the moment when you did pay off those credit cards and how that sort of liberated you.
Yeah, just a relief, I guess. You just feel good about yourself. Like we achieved something, and and I sort of vowed never to get to that point again. So that's a big part of where we are now.